Hey pals, it's Waltech. I'm back again, and yes, I'm really back. A lot of things have been happening recently. Mostly, you know, I haven't been posting, I've been stuck at work, but I'm really planning on actually reviving the channel. We got lots of things in store. I have lots of GPUs stored up, lots of project ideas. It's just hard to stay focused with all this when I am working all the time, which is why I wanted to bring up the fact that I am making a Patreon. Anybody that wants to contribute to my channel in order to get like videos rolling out, paying for some of these videos can be expensive to make because I have to buy everything. It's all funded only by me, and everything I show you guys is coming out of my wallet. And it's hard to put all my time into something that's taken from me rather than something I get, like, as in work. And I have to get to 1,000 subs before I can even get monetized on this platform. So if you guys want to help me with the Patreon to pump out more content, I would appreciate it. Of course, you know, it's not required from you guys. I'm obviously going to have my channel here for free. Thank you to all you guys for being fans with me, sticking through, staying subbed this entire time. It means a lot that you enjoyed my content so much that you wanted to stick around. Moving forward, one of the things is my mission for this channel. I don't like big tech. I don't like big channels that do like flourish expenses anyways in the first place, because I don't feel like it's realistic and accessible for the average person. I want to do budget tech. I only know of like a few other budget tech YouTubers. One of them is RG and HD, Random Gaming in HD. You might know him. He's awesome. I don't know him personally. No connection, sponsorship, collab, nothing. I just wanted to give the guy a shout out because he's really awesome. Does a lot of great video work, great projects. The dude really has like one of the best YouTube channels, and he does a bunch of budget stuff, and I really love that concept because not a lot of people can access. Like, I love Linus Tech Tips. I love you know, all the guys up there, Jay's 2 Cents. All of them are awesome, but they kind of a lot of times make builds that people aren't ever going to be able to afford. Sometimes they'll be like $10,000 PC. Let's see how it does. And it's like, I don't have the money to drop on that. I'm looking to try to help you guys get something for the best bang for your buck, the most value, the most performance you could get for value points. I really want to move forward with this. I'm planning on staying with this channel a lot more now. I have a lot of ideas that have just been written down, haven't been getting around to it, and I plan on making them come to reality. So, to go further on with this video, we are actually doing something today. I don't know if you guys recall, didn't do too well compared to my other graphics card video, but we did have a video about a $15 gaming PC. I got the pre-built for $5 and got the card and the RAM for 10. I've just let this computer sit. It's a dual core, it's outdated, but I want to see how outdated. Can it play some things? Does it actually last this year? Does it work? Can you do things with it? Let's get into it, guys. So the PC that I have, this is a pre-built, showed you guys in the previous video, definitely throws me back. It hosts a 5600 plus AMD Athlon X2 dual core. Still hosting my beautiful Black Ops 2 stickers on there from many years ago. Good memories on transit. And here's the 9800 GT we still had inside of it. Man, it's crazy when they used to make cards with no external power so often like that. What a beautiful card it is. 2 DVI ports because, you know, HDMI wasn't even really common enough back then. Those were the days. Well, let's get started. So to start things off, we booted up 3D Mark, and I gotta say the first round of results weren't particularly good, but I was like, hey, we should overclock it, it's a feature, and we got substantially better results from that.
Then we went on over to Grid 2, went for the in-house benchmark feature that the game has. And as you can see, the graphics actually look pretty good for this system. I wasn't actually expecting that, but yeah, it looks pretty darn good. We got some pretty good results that came out of this. Medium-high settings at 1080p, and we got like an average of 30 frames per second and a minimum of 21 and a max of 44. Not fantastic, but for being this old and that price point that old, pretty darn good in my opinion. We went over to Just Cause 2, and it also has a in-game benchmark feature. On this benchmark, I was really blown away by the just ability of developers to make a game look so good and well optimized for a computer to run well. Because like on the screen, I have to record because I don't want to bog down any performance, especially because the CPU is a handicap here, or not the handicap, but the bottleneck. And still, I just if you've seen this, like I seen it, it is incredible. How well it did, and we got an average of 50 frames per second on medium-high settings at 1080p. I was really blown away by these results. I'm sure you guys also are kind of like amazed something can do this from this old at that cheap of a price. Then we went over into Street Fighter. This is a very short benchmark that's in the game, but I would say it's pretty darn effective. They do a lot of things within these few minutes. We got some pretty good results here, averaging really high on an 81 FPS even with crazy things going on. I know it's an old game, but max settings 1080p on Counter-Strike Source. You can see there's a lot of details that is put in this game, especially there's water details that come down further. Lots of things that they test out. I'm actually quite amazed the computer ran this like flawlessly. And we ended up at like 147 FPS on average, which this looks really, really good for that frame per second on a card this old, made for that cheap. Next game we jumped on over to was Fallout New Vegas. A lot of you guys are probably going to hate me for this. Easy Pete was attacking me, so Easy Pete had to go. I'm sorry, Easy Pete. RIP, you were the best, man. Anyways, getting on with it, we had a minimum of 12, an average of 42, and a max of 63. I'm kind of surprised this game did like worse than a lot of the others, being that the processor and the card were pretty top of the line for the time this came out. Really crazy to see that the processor's being maxed out. This was like one of the best you could get on the AM2 platform. That's a 5600 plus. Oh well, sometimes I guess that's how it goes. It's still not too bad, very playable experience. We were on high settings at 1080p. Not too shabby for 15 bucks. Still way better than the 360 experience, so always a plus, and it doesn't get fixed for the Xbox One either, it just emulates the 360, so I'd say it's good. That's all for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you liked what you've seen, please like, share, and subscribe. That's what keeps me going. Thank you guys. Have a good one.